swim in 2014.
That was my 2014 wrap up.
So okay, all right.
Okay. So what I want to talk about is yoga. Does anybody here do yoga?
I love yoga.
I tried it once, like hot yoga, I think it was called.
Okay.
Bikram yoga.
Okay, Bikram.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do it in Manhattan, or are you staying in Manhattan?
No, Long Island. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like Bikram. I love it.
I love yoga in general. Like I do it in the morning. I do like a little 10-minute session. I like get it in.
Okay.
I get it in.
Yes, you do.
I do yoga every day and I meditate every day, and I think that like breathing techniques are really important. I just want to see like who's out there and who wants to do it, and I think like this is something that I want to continue throughout this series. I just want to show you guys little bits and pieces of more yoga. Yeah. So I just want to see who's on board for that, and does anybody meditate?
I do.
Yes.
You? Okay,
throughout the
good.
day.
I do.
Yeah, that's important. And that's the other thing I was going to say. I think meditating 3 or 4 times a day is perfect for what we need. I think everyone needs to take a little woosah. What was it? Martin Lawrence brought it out in Bad Boys 2, where he was like, woosah. Every 5 minutes. I mean, we're all laughing because none of us we weren't really studying it or figuring it out. And
I know that there's research has shown that meditation actually helps you with your stress, thinking clearly. Allegedly, I saw somewhere that it helps you with your left side of the brain or something like that. There's a lot of research on it, but for me personally, I love it. I do it 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, 10 to 15 minutes at night. Perfect. And when I started, it was the most frustrating thing because your mind does not know how to stop.
Right. It doesn't.
You know? It's just going and going.
And that's what makes yoga so good, because it's like you're kind of forced to stop, like slow down, notice your breathing, get your breathing in tune with the way your body is moving. And a lot of people, especially men, don't give yoga credit. You have to have like some, real strength to be able to do half of these postures. Because like I was saying to your ladies before, I don't know if any of you knew already, but I had knee surgery in April, and I didn't really trust physical therapy, and I don't want to do the lift my toe, and so I did yoga, and that was my whole physical therapy, and the thing works just fine, and I love it.
I love that. Actually, I was gonna say it's so surprising because I get articles daily on different yoga websites like yogajournal.com or whatever. I get all these different websites, and I keep seeing more and more athletes doing yoga, like hockey players, basketball players, baseball players, football players, and you're like, what? You do yoga too? And I get so excited because I love athletic.
They don't want to do PT, so
I'm just saying, you never know who you'll run into at a yoga class. Like you never know.
People like to be like real quiet about it, but it's all right.
But I'm noticing more men that are comfortable with it, and that makes me excited because you're like, oh, I'll like go out on a date and be like, oh. And they'll say, oh yeah, I do yoga too. And you're like, whoa, what?
Well, see, yoga makes dating very fun.
I bet it does.
It does.
And that's what I was going to say. Yoga, it's good with the stress as well because it brings out your inner beauty. I feel like if you want to help yourself, just clear your mind, just take care of yourself.
About yourself.
Feel better about yourself on the inside and the out. It comes out. Like I remember I felt really stressed and I wasn't feeling happy. You just have to take time out, sleep, water, those simple things could really just uplift you and bring out the beauty.
Listen, sleep is number one in my world. Just everyone who knows me knows I need my sleep because if you are not fully rested, you can't even function properly.
Or mentally. You have to feel beautiful mentally. And it's so important. But I'll talk about that more throughout the weeks. It's so important to me.
It is really important in what you were saying, and back to your little fashion. Giselle Bündchen used to like post different like little poses on her Instagram of her doing yoga, and Heidi Klum was really like she was well known for like during her pregnancy being like a prenatal yoga advocate. Like, and to me that's why you want to get into it. You want to keep your little body and you want to be in shape, and for me I'm more of a feminine kind of workout person. Like I don't want to look like I go to the gym. I want to just look like I don't.
Like you don't need to go.
But you just said I'm more like a feminine. I feel like most people have said, "Oh, I don't want to be muscular as a woman." And listen, I don't agree with that. I think you're still sexy if you have those muscles and if you have those abs. But muscles on a woman, and when it shows discipline.
And you know what? To me,
when you see someone like that,
there's a limit. There's a limit.
If
you're losing your feminine body shape, and you don't have a shapely breast, and you have kind of like pecs like a man, then
you don't need to do, like, I understand what she's saying, because I'm not going to work out my chest to the point where my little bitties are littler than they
aren't feminine anymore.
It's not attractive.
That's where I'm coming from in a feminine physique. I really, there's something about the ballerina physique that I just think is so gorgeous. I mean, and I have thick thighs. Like, I'm never gonna have those little tiny, like, poles of legs. Mm-hmm. It's never gonna happen. I'm always gonna have a butt. I'm always gonna have these things.
That's just my thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with the poles of legs. It's just because you hear these things but you hear these things what women say to each other. Oh, I'm never gonna have those skinny little legs, or I'm not gonna. No, but it's just something that's my pet peeve when you hear other women, oh, your arms are two-toned, not you, but your arms are two-toned or your legs look like poles. So what?
I agree with you.
All shapes and sizes are beautiful.
The feminine physique is just so beautiful, no matter like what shape or size you are. Like, I am pro female. Like, I have 5 sisters. I love them all dearly. None of us look like. Not one of us have the same body type. And it's just, you look at them and you want to be respectful to them. I mean, my mom, she's so skinny, but she works out every day, and she's, got her muscles, and she's got a hot body. My mom is hot, okay? I'll eventually show you guys a photo. My mom is hot, and it's just like, I've always wanted, like, I'd admire her or whatever, and even when I was younger, be jealous of something like that I don't have, because how do you not look like your mother?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I respect all women types. Back into that, I just want to send out a 15-minute workout. I don't know if this is working.
Everyone loves those.
So I'm just trying to put it on the screen here. Is that showing up?
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, this one. I did this every single day. I just started it again this morning. I did it at 7 a.m. It's 15 minutes. That's all it takes. And it'll change your butt, like, dramatically. Just do it every day, 15 minutes. And if you want to step it up a notch, times it by 2. Mm-hmm.
Can we just add something to that? Because people think that they can do 15 minutes and eat like savages and expect to change, and then they're mad. That's just my thing. Like, if you're going to commit to working out, commit to changing your life. It is a lifestyle. It is not, oh, great. And then they're mad and say, exercise doesn't work. Well, your mouth needs to stop working.
Don't go cold turkey. Be realistic.
I need to stop eating.
Modify, It's all about discipline. So maybe don't just say, oh, I'm going to go vegetarian when you was eating all the meats, bread.
But can I say, I'm going to need someone to talk about, the other side of the spectrum. Us skinny people, we don't all always want to be like 2 pounds.
Yeah,
can someone talk about how we can maybe gain some weight?
Like, even working on your legs, like, that's why, like, they always say to guys, like, don't skip leg day, you know what I mean? Like, that's why guys, they're not working out on their legs. Like, you have to focus on the parts that you actually want to build muscle on, and that's where you're going to get it. I naturally have thick legs, so,
the judo,
right? It would be more weightlifting and less cardio to gain weight.
I'm not an expert, but I will say this. When you go to the gym and you're skinny, right? It's like, I've had people come up to me and say,
ask you why you're at the
literally, what are you doing at the gym?
Minding my business. How about
why are you at the gym? I was working at this place once, and
they mean good
women.
when they say it.
No, it wasn't good. They would always talk about their diets and what they're eating, and I would always be quiet because I've been on the other side where it's like, why are you even talking?
Or
you don't need to go to the gym.
It's like, people always assume you're skinny. You're supposed to be happy because you're skinny. First of all, me being skinny is not by choice, okay? It's just how it is. And I have the opposite problem. I have trouble gaining weight and keeping weight on. So when people look at me and say, oh, well, you should be happy, stop complaining. Man, when you're 26 years old and you're about 90 pounds, which is so far unhealthy, you can't tell me that I can't come to the gym to try to put weight on myself. Don't make me feel bad for being skinny.
But like, me being my weight, I have to look into like the different foods I should be eating, the different vitamins. And I'll go more into it. And actually, I'll study like your guys' body types, and I'll provide that for you. Like, that's what I want. I want everyone to be able to find their happy medium. Your goal is to gain weight, so let's figure it out.
Exactly.
Let's make it happen.
It's mostly what you eat.
High five. Teamwork.
Or how you work out.
It's okay. I eat like a horse. Do not let this, and I hate that too. Oh, you need to eat. Put me in the kitchen, okay? And let me show you how I eat. Because skinny people, we put food in our bodies. My problem is it doesn't stay. It
might
just
be
kind of
wasted.
like.
Yeah, but wait, what are you making? Because I make like chicken fried steak.
I make
and
steaks,
can't
I
help but
make
put
baked
that away.
chicken, I make fried chicken, I put some goat for
Right,
you, I
right.
make you some, give me a meat,
Eat
except
my
for pork,
potatoes.
and some seasoning, and I'm gonna make you about, my son's father started at 165, he left me at 200 pounds, solid.
Ooh.
Oh, because you can cook.
Cause I
Now,
feed.
can all you girls cook?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love food.
I'm the only one who doesn't know how to cook here.
Okay, well, I'll
We'll
provide you
teach
some
you.
cooking lessons.
I'm with you.
Listen,
We'll
I
learn.
get it because
It's
there's
okay,
this whole
it's
thing
okay.
going on with women don't know how to cook nowadays. And it's not that I don't want to. I mean, I'm Dominican and our foods are rice, beans, yes, all
And
this
I'm
good
Haitian,
stuff.
so we
And
have
I
the same
eat all
thing.
that.
And for me, it's like a challenge to
I
do
know
this.
how to do something. Like, don't get me wrong, I could cook a few things, but I'm not a cooker.
Can I just tell you
Neither.
2 things?
Neither.
Sasson packets, Larry's seasoned salt.
Oh.
Any kind of meat that you have, take it in a zip. I know a lot of
Nice
people are
little
really busy and
seasoning.
they don't have time to do it. Put it in a Ziploc bag, shake that up.
Or whatever
You wanna- or
table
whatever you
wine,
want- whatever you have in
table
your
wine
cap-
you have,
shake
like
it up
whatever leftover
and let it
wine,
sit.
that's a nice little marinade.
That's it.
I use wine, I swear by it. Like,
Marinades,
Or-
lemon
and
juices.
cooking.
Start with short recipes
I
that
hate
are
recipes.
or slow cooker recipes.
Well,
Like, get
it's
like
not tradition.
It's warm out. It's cold out right now, so we want things to like keep us warm, right? So get your like slow cooker on and just like whatever meat, carrots, potatoes.
throw it in
I'm,
there.
I'm a meat and potatoes girl. I'm from Nebraska, so that's what
like
you
a
have.
stew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you make stews, chilies. Just put it in the slow cooker. You don't
And
have
that's
time
it.
to cook. I know, girl. You're a busy girl. So just
Yeah,
put that
no.
in the slow cooker. Put a little bit of marinade, a little bit of water, seasoning, like she said. Put that all in there, and you will be surprised what you can actually come up with.
Well, I guess
your
we'll
own soups,
I
your
guess
own
we'll have to
stews.
do something
Yeah.
with
With
you,
cooking,
you
yeah.
chefs,
Yeah.
and
Definitely.
we'll learn how to
Yeah,
do
we'll teach
something
you.
with
I'll
that.
teach you how to make my curry chickpeas.
Ooh,
I will-
Yes.
that sounds delicious.
And I'll be
With
there in
sauteed
spirit to
onions.
help you
I'm
guys.
so hungry.
Well, you'll be there to eat it, right?
Exactly.
So on Tuesday, well, this past Tuesday on the 6th, it was the International Consumer Electronics Show. And pretty much all they do is just like, it's a big showcase for all of the new techie gadgets that are coming out. And a few things that I thought were kind of cool, and some things I think were just a little bit much. Like Samsung decided they wanted to come out with a TV that comes with the PlayStation already hooked in it. For me, being a girl, not liking video games, but having a boy, it's great because I don't have to buy a separate video game. I can just put your TV in your room, you can play and go crazy. I'm fine with that. But a company called Dog decided they wanted to come out with a droid, which is a robot that just follows you around the store and it plays your conscience. You should buy this because, you shouldn't buy this because.
That's.
It's a bit much, a little creepy. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about.
I think it's such a, it's a selling tactic. Why would you get that if you know they're doing it just to make you buy people's
True.
products? The people probably who are like in that system, they probably promote them.
Like, how do I know your
But wait.
influence is going to be positive or
Yeah,
for my
They're the
benefit?
sponsors. They pay them to.
Yeah.
But what's
tell
the
people-
difference between when you Google something and then all of a sudden you're on Facebook and it starts showing up in your newsfeed? You know that happens, right? Like you'll Google something
Promotion.
randomly,
Yeah.
randomly Google, and then all of a sudden you sign into your Facebook and all of a sudden that promotion is in your newsfeed and you're like, wait.
Well, there's a
minute.
difference.
Yeah, that
You
wasn't
like
good
it.
for.
There's a difference between that and time to go food shopping. Let me grab my droid and no. This is where everyone's going. They're
Yeah.
using their brain less and less
I
and
agree with
less.
that.
It
I agree.
With these
is.
cell phones, listen, you have 5-year-olds on an iPhone.
Yeah, no, not okay.
And then,
Not okay.
as a child, the biggest thing we had was our imagination.
Right?
Yes,
you
and we're
could-
losing that.
Yeah, and we're losing that when we're just saying, "Here's an iPad, please be quiet and play with
Fine.
it."
And go sit.
Listen, I don't have
Stop
any.
fighting
I don't
with
have
her.
kids, so I don't know how it is to keep a child calm. But what I do know is, growing up, we didn't have all that, and we were fine.
Yeah.
So
All I
I'm
can
not-
say is, like, it's kind of, I play a devil's advocate for both sides because I do have times where I don't feel like being, I mean, kids are a lot. So I don't want to say he's annoying, but it's a lot. You know, when a kid's just in your face and you have things you want to do. So, like, yeah, sometimes I'll just send him, go play your video game or whatever, and he'll sit on tablets and computers, and he's very techie. I love it. But there are times, like, if it's hot outside and I really want peace, get out of my house. I mean,
Okay,
go in the backyard.
Good
Don't
mom.
come back in here until it's time for me to feed you. I'll let you know when it's too cold for you. It's not cold yet. Put your jacket on, put your scarf and hat, and
Yeah,
go
yeah.
Go
play.
play in the snow. Do
But
what I did.
aside from them turning our kids into these techie, freaky kind of kids.
Well, no. It's not them. It's you.
It is.
No one forces you to buy a product.
Oh no, I don't buy products.
So they can come out with the droid, and I guarantee you, we're going to see individuals in the
It's
store with the
beautiful.
droid.
Yes.
But if you go and purchase that, that's your business.
It is.
It's
And
beautiful
that's
that
it.
we're growing, we're coming, we're advancing in technology. I don't want it to stop, and, you know, because it's 2015, we have to just only get better and know more things. See,
Innovative.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's what your decisions. Maybe I'll get this one, but not. That's a little
Exactly.
extra.
I agree with you.
but-
Well, what do you
The other
guys think
thing
about technology for your pets? Like, okay, so there's a company that's coming out with wearable devices for, like, your pets. Like, one plays the role of a tracking device, which is kind of cool, but then there's another one that just does, like, a performance
But
type
how long
of
before
measurement.
we have tracking devices?
And this
for
is all I'm
ourselves?
saying. Like, I don't
And is there
mind the
anything wrong with
advance.
that? What if there's tracking devices for your children?
I'm never, ever
I
in
mean-
my life or any generation of my children putting any tracking chips in my babies.
Not the babies, but a pet is a pet. What is
A pet is
if
different.
There's an
I
animal,
disagree
and if
with
you
that.
have it as a pet, it's your responsibility. So I
Your
don't
child
think
is your
there's a-
responsibility. I don't think there's a
but
difference.
The only
I don't
reason
think
why I say no is because my child, I know where you are.
Yes, that's
I
what I was
don't
gonna say.
need you
That's
to
what
put a
you
tracking
think.
device
Cats get
and
loose.
no, because my parents are from Haiti and we are old school stalkers, okay?
No,
I have no
no.
problem with you
Okay.
being 16, 17 years old and you think that you're going to the party with your
And
friends.
I'm
I'm not
following
saying
you.
anything and I'm gladly trailing behind
Somebody
you
on the
in my
phone.
car.
That's what my
It's
mom
not a
did.
problem. I don't
don't
need a
think there's a problem
phone.
with that.
I don't need a chip. I don't
Honey,
need any of that.
honey, listen.
I'm going to
Children go missing all the time. So listen,
Yeah, but
let me just say this.
read up those
You
stories.
think you know where your child is at all times, and I guarantee you, when you reach a certain age, didn't you grow up, honey? Didn't
did.
you go and say, Mom, I'm gonna be in this corner? And your mom thought, I am so strict, she wouldn't dare lie to me.
Or
She's
something.
No, my mother
she's
was
home-
not
She's
stupid,
home
though.
minding her business while you're over there gallivanting somewhere that
Can
you're
I
not
tell you how
supposed
many
to
times
be.
she popped up on me though?
Well, my
Right.
mother did that
Because
too,
my
but
mother
I'm
is good for that too.
Yeah.
The few times that I thought that I was grown,
Yeah.
I wanted to sneak out and come to Brooklyn because
But
I was all of 16
I
years
think
old
my
and I
mom
was
would
hot.
love to